Good evening, everyone. Ads here from Unity Trading Group. Welcome to the Tuesday update. Before we begin this evening, hit those links down in the signature. Of course, it helps us out a lot, and you can be joining the conversation beyond the means of how you're watching this video. So, without further ado, though, BTC, where are we at? So, yesterday we streamed, of course, and we had a look at a few levels of demand, and I have nipped up the level now. You're probably thinking that this isn't the same zone as yesterday, and you'd be right. The zone has changed. So I had it previously here, but it is low quality in comparison, to the zone that we have drawn in, and of course that has changed. So a few levels or a few rules to follow in terms of a level of demand or a level of supply is if you have two zones quite close to each other in the sense of, I'll explain. If you've got something like this, where you have two zones very close to each other, I usually choose the bottom one because more often than not, it is of higher quality. And by higher quality, I mean it is, happens on a more significant pivot point, and then you have some validation to the right hand side to give you that further guidance on whether that zone is valid or not. But in the sense of BTC, we've got a few key things to look at. So, of course, Gravy Train, our homegrown indicator, you can find out more in the links down below. Of course, we have gotten the stop long. Now we are entering back into that grey territory. Grey means one or two things. It could mean a reversal, so reversing back down towards our lower demand levels, or it could be a level of indecision. Either or, we're not in a long anymore if we're talking about Gravy Train. And of course, the difference between those two, not a bad trade there anyway. But Gravy Train aside, we've got some indicators to look at. We've got our steamroller indicator, which is firmly moving to the oversold condition. We're not far from oversold now, and that's a good thing for the bulls or for the market, because if we're reaching that oversold condition, and the same with the RSI, while still seemingly around a most relevant level of demand, then it is a good thing. But yesterday, if you watched our video yesterday, you'd be probably aware of the market structure that we spoke about, and in the sense of this market structure making a lower low. So this is the only concerning part of BTC currently, where we've got a lower low scenario being printed on the chart, where we had higher highs and then higher lows, and of course we have now made a lower low. So what needs to happen now is we need to start to move towards this level and exceed this level. So we need to really start moving towards this 44K or even higher than our $43,000 mark that we see on the chart to the left to really continue this trend to the upside. It's all well and good to do higher highs, but as soon as we print a lower low, we need to reverse this and see another higher high for this to be valid. Because if we don't, and we see something like this, then there goes our trend and we see a reversal scenario. And that would continue or complete a head and shoulders pattern on this 4-hour time frame as well. If you can't see it, you've got a left shoulder ahead. It would be a right shoulder. The neckline is down here. Well, that was terrible. But you get the idea. The neckline's around here, and we break the neckline if we are to see 35 again. So that basically invalidates that pattern and invalidates this movement to the upside that we are so wanting to see. But that's really what it comes down to tonight. That's what we're really looking for over the next 24 hours, in my opinion anyway. We could see this move to the downside if we do move through this level of demand. We have room to move through the level towards the lower extremities of our fibs, and we do have some room on the 4-hour on these two indicators to really see that happen as well. But in any case, we really needed this to continue to the upside to really look at more bullish scenarios, and it's a little bit hard for us to suggest a movement to the upside, seeing that we've printed a lower low. However, we are still respecting these levels of demand so far. So we'll keep an eye on this for the remainder of this evening and into tomorrow. But if I had to give you my personal opinion, what I think is going to happen, the volume isn't great. However, we are looking like we are respecting this level of demand so far, and we'll be making a better judgment call into tomorrow, I think. But thank you all for joining me tonight. If you had more thoughts on the subject, please leave them in the comments section below. I'm Mads from UTG, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.